Hi, my name is Sarita.
And my name is Rena.
We are both past patients with Mexico Bariatric Center, and we are here to break the stigma of having weight loss surgery in Tijuana, Mexico. We will be covering all things bariatric to help you get the most out of this weight loss journey.
Hey, welcome to episode 5, Exercise After Bariatric Surgery. On this episode, we're going to talk about exercise and nutrition for exercise. And what are some other things we're going to talk about, Sarita?
So we do get this question a lot, and patients would like to know, when can I start to exercise after surgery?
So technically the answer is immediately when you wake up, because you're going to start walking.
Right.
So walking is exercise, and walking is something that you should do as much as possible.
Right.
You should do that the day you wake up from surgery. The hospital staff is going to be like, walk, walk, walk.
Walk, walk, walk.
It's very important to do that. It does so much. It promotes so much healing in your body.
Right. Relieves some of the gas pressure.
It does. But also, it is the only exercise that is approved.
For the first 8 weeks.
Yes, just do not use the incline on the treadmill. If you do a treadmill, don't walk. You don't want to do brisk walking. You don't want to do anything that overexerts yourself.
Regular walking.
And we'll get into why you don't really want to do that. But aside from walking, when can we start exercising? We want to talk about going to the gym, right? We want to start talking about the kind of exercise where we're going to help our bodies lose weight. So when do we do that?
So you're going to wait at least 8 weeks, because all of the body's energy should be focused on healing. And if you do go before 8 weeks, your energy is going to your workout, and it delays healing, causing complications. It can also irritate newly formed scar tissue in your abdomen.
So basically, if we're overexerting ourselves, then our energy is focusing on replenishing that instead of healing the freshly altered parts of our body, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's definitely how that works. And then there's a couple of things that you want to consider. So first, you got to meet 8 weeks. Make sure you're 8 weeks post-op. But then you also need to be meeting your nutrition goals.
Right. So some of the goals that you need to meet, you need to ask yourself, am I getting enough protein? And your goal is 60 to 90 grams a day. And you also want to get your adequate hydration. So minimum 64 ounce. However, the optimal goal is half your body weight in ounces. So for example, if you weigh 200 pounds, you want to get 100 ounces of fluids.
Yeah, so it's minimum 64.
Right.
But ideally you want to get half of your body weight in ounces.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. However, if you are morbidly obese in the 400-pound range, it's not likely that you're going to get in 200 ounces, and that's okay. You still want to shoot for as much as possible.
Right.
And that's fine. And always choose sugar-free hydration. You don't want to be slamming apple juice.
Right. No, because sugar equals carbs, which equals fat.
And you'll hear us say that a lot.
Yes.
Yes, it's important. So let's talk about pre-workout nutrition. That is so hard for me. You should hear me talk to patients. I'm like, pre-post, I don't know. Anyway, so pre-workout nutrition. So if you are meeting these goals, you're getting in your 60 to 90 grams, you're getting in your 64 ounces plus whatever it is that you need of liquid, and you're at 8 weeks, so great, we can start working out. And so we'll talk about some nutrition goals for working out, and then what do we need to do in a pre-workout nutrition? What do we need to do for pre-workout nutrition?
Basically, the reason you do pre-workout food is so you get plenty of energy for your training. So you are going to do carbs and protein. You can pair those together. Some examples we have are fruit smoothie. You can do bananas. You can do oatmeal, whole grain bread with slice of lean lunch meat. That's something I do. Chicken with rice and vegetables. Apples with peanut butter and raisins is also a great pre-workout. Greek yogurt. So carbs are not bad. There are good carbs, and you need
Oatmeal.
what?
Oatmeal.
Oh, oatmeal. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So yes, you do need carbs before your workout and protein.
Yes. So what is some of the things you did? You said
So a lot of times when I work out, I will have like a half sandwich.
okay.
And I'll take my Ezekiel bread and I'll put a slice of, lunch meat from the deli and maybe a slice of cheese, half sandwich. And simple, it's very simple. And I'll do that. Sometimes I will have chicken, with vegetables. Apples with almond butter is really one of my favorites. But, there's so many choices. You don't want to eat like a full meal. It's more of like a little snack.
Right.
And you want to do it at least 2 hours before workout?
So for me, I do my workouts in the morning because it's when I have time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so I usually wake up, start my day on the way to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
And I will, if I don't have time to I will do oatmeal sometimes, but not always. I will also grab a Greek yogurt while I'm headed out the door. Honestly, the most common thing that I do is my protein shake because I use my protein shake to do my collagen and my vitamins. And then I'll grab a banana and do my protein shake and banana going out the door. And, people say you're not supposed to eat and drink. Well, it's really the way I do it is like blending it. I just don't technically blend it.
So I work out at night.
Which is optimal.
Pardon me?
Which is optimal.
Yeah, so I work out at night at 8 o'clock. So, that's why I chose that as my pre-workout. It's kind of like my dinner, I guess.
Yeah. And it works for you.
And it works.
Okay, and then so after you work out, though, it's important to kind of replenish what you've lost from your body. So what kind of things do you usually do post-workout, or what should we do post-workout?
So what will happen if you don't eat protein after a workout? Your body needs protein to build and repair tissues. So if you're not eating enough, your muscles won't have the materials they need to grow.
Right.
So I always do a post-workout. My post-workout food is usually a Greek yogurt and maybe a string cheese. That's like 20 grams protein right there.
Yeah.
I'm really boring, but...
Well, because I'm usually on my way to work.
And I'm usually going to go to bed soon, so I don't want to eat something too heavy.
So, you know what I do? I stop by Bojangles and buy a grilled chicken breast, and that's my post-workout.
It's protein.
Meal. It is just protein.
Yeah.
And I'm on my way to work. I don't have time to make anything, and so I usually just grab that on the way. It's like a nice breakfast.
Right.
Now, don't get me wrong, those bow rounds are definitely tempting because I always crave potatoes after a workout. I crave those carbs after a workout, but I choose to go with protein.
Another thing you can do for a post-workout is, as far as liquids, something that I find, if I don't do the yogurt and string cheese, I'll do the Fairlife reduced fat chocolate milk, a cup. It has 13 grams protein, 13 carbs, and it tastes really, really good.
Yeah, and then, so also post-workout, you want to hydrate your body well.
Yes.
For optimal hydration, you want to use electrolyte hydration, such as like Powerade Zero, Gatorade Zero. Again, go with those sugar-free hydrations. And then, if you go with something like Powerade or Gatorade Zeros, these contain electrolytes and potassium and sodium, and they prevent and relieve muscle cramping.
Right. And that can happen after a workout.
Yeah, so those are optimal choices for, and again, avoid sugar. We're going to say it a million times.
Sugar equals carbs, which equals fat.
Yes. So
avoid the sugar in the drinks. Don't drink a sugary drink.
Yes.
Sugar-free is the way to go.
Don't grab a Monster.
No.
Even the juice ones, just
Right.
don't do that. So it's also super, super important when you start working out to track everything, which we stress tracking from day one anyway. Track. When you start working out, if you haven't already adhered to tracking, do it now. It's vital. You need to know what you're putting in. You need to know what you're
Going out.
pushing out.
Right.
You can use apps. You can use Bariatric if you connect a smartwatch. I use my Apple Watch. Before my Apple Watch, I had a, I forgot what it was called.
Fitbit.
Yeah, I had a Fitbit.
People still use a Fitbit.
I had a Fitbit. So Fitbit will actually work. Fitbits, Apple Watch, Samsung watches, they all connect to most of those tracking apps. I know they work with MyFitnessPal. I know they work with Bariatric. You just link them together.
Right.
If you don't know how to do that, Google it. It's easy.
On YouTube somewhere on that.
Yeah, so definitely track everything. And you know what? A lot of gyms, if you use the like weightlifting machines or something, you can scan. I use Planet Fitness. So you can scan the code on the machine and it will track what you're doing
I did not
on
know
that machine.
That is awesome.
Yeah, so that's
Awesome to know.
so you can track everything that you do, and it's super important because you don't want to be sending out more nutrition, You don't want to be depleting your body of more than you're replenishing it.
Right.
So now the good stuff. Let's get to the workout. I have my fancy workout gloves on.
I have my fancy weights here.
Yeah, and
I forgot my gloves.
and your cute workout top.
Oh yes, I am.
I'm a t-shirt workouter.
So when you do start to work out, start small. Do not overdo it.
Yeah.
Because that can be very easy to do, and you don't want to hurt yourself.
Right, and listen, don't be discouraged.
No.
So if you choose to go to a gym, you don't even have to go to a gym when you start working out, okay? Some people do because it's motivating or they feel like it's just what they need to do. It doesn't matter. If you go to the gym, don't look around at what other people are doing.
They're not looking at you, trust me.
They're not looking at you,
No.
and the thing is, don't look at them because you don't know how long they've been working out.
Right.
You're not going to walk in the gym on your first day and do 30 minutes on a treadmill if you've never been on a treadmill and you're you're out of shape. You're just not. And if you do 5 minutes, hey, give yourself a round of applause because 5 minutes is a start. When I first started working out many moons before surgery, I remember I could do 5 minutes on a treadmill, and some people would turn their nose down at that, but you know what? I did 5 minutes on a treadmill, and that was better than nothing.
Right.
So just start small. Don't overdo it. You're not going to do what other people do. It's not their journey. It's yours.
You have to build up your endurance as well.
And it is your journey. So another thing that I like to do, and I really should do it again, I'm really curious to know, but measure yourself.
Yes,
Measure yourself
make your
before you start. Measure your arms, measure your waist,
Your thighs,
your thighs.
your calves, your weight, you got your waist, your hips,
Yes.
chest, neck.
Neck. Yes, measure your neck.
Yeah.
And so if you're using any of those tracking apps, you can plug those measurements into those apps and they will help keep up with that for you. And then don't be alarmed if you gain weight when you first start working
No,
out.
because you are building muscle, and muscle and fat actually do weigh the same.
A pound is a pound.
Right.
It can't weigh more than a pound.
Muscle is more dense and takes up less room.
Right, which is where that saying muscle weighs more than fat comes from. It technically doesn't weigh more than fat,
Takes up less room.
but you know, it's just more dense, so it's heavier. A smaller piece of it is heavier than a larger piece of fat. So that is one thing to remember. You may gain some weight, and that's okay.
It's okay.
It's not a problem.
Right.
You're probably going to lose some size, even if
you'll
you
lose
gain some
inches.
scale.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So I was saying earlier that I work out at night. I'm not really a morning person, but so in our research, we have found that human exercise performance is better in the evening compared to the morning because we consume less oxygen and we use less energy. So that's my theory.
I know.
After doing research.
And I would love to work out at night, but I really don't know how I can make that possible.
But I feel like working out at night too, like I would be home, doing whatever, and I don't want to snack. Like I feel like that keeps me from doing boredom snacking.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I'm working out at 8 o'clock at night, usually don't get home till 10. So I feel like that occupies my evening.
So I work out in the mornings, and my workouts actually help me feel energized.
That's true.
Getting through the day.
I do hear that.
Yeah. So I worry if I did start working out at night, like would I come? Because sometimes I can go to the gym and I'm ready to conquer the world when I leave.
I feel like I sleep better at night after I'm done exercising, come home, take a shower, and then I'm like just
Yeah.
I feel like I sleep better.
I worry that I would not be able to sleep. I probably would. Like I'm sure if I did and I came home and crashed, I'd be able to sleep very well. But I don't know. I know that I love the energy that I get from working out. It's very motivating.
So a lot of times we also get the question, how long should a workout be?
How long should a workout be, Serena?
So you can do 5 days a week, 30 minutes of moderate activity, but anything is better than nothing.
It is.
And
that's my total philosophy.
Yeah. So I am 4 times a week with strength training and 3 to 4 times a week with yoga. So obviously I'm doing more than 150 minutes, but I've been doing this for 4 years almost.
Yeah.
And I always tell my patients, you can make time to exercise, even if you do it at home. You can carve out 30 minutes a day, like to do a YouTube video or yoga, or there's so many things on YouTube that you can do at your house.
Yeah, and I say all the time, it's my philosophy. I tell everybody this because people ask me, how do you do it? What do you do? Like, I don't think I could do that. Well, anything is better than nothing.
Right.
Like if you've had an injury, it doesn't matter what it is. If you're capable of getting up and going to the restroom, you're capable of getting up and walking in a circle around your living room. And I don't care who thinks you're crazy. Right, because people go, well, that's kind of crazy to walk around in a circle. It doesn't matter. You're moving your body.
Right. I mean, I used to walk at the mall
with
a lot of other people.
Yeah, but if you can get up and go to the bathroom, you can get up and make a circle around your living room. Or you can.
Yeah, if you have issues, you're having trouble, you can even do chair exercises.
Yes. Or, go to the mailbox. Even if the mail's not there, just check the mail 20 times a day. I don't care. Your neighbors might think you're nuts, but that's okay. It doesn't matter. It's not their journey. It's yours. But you should always make time to do something. Anything is better than nothing.
And so we also have the question, is it better to exercise longer or more often? So shorter or more frequent exercise sessions are better for your heart.
Yes,
so
they are. Yeah. And so which kind of cardios, speaking of better for the heart, which cardio is getting that heart pumping, getting that heart beat up. So what kind of cardios burn the most fat?
So running is going to be the winner there.
Ding, ding, ding. Ding. That's like nobody's favorite thing to do.
Stationary bicycle, jogging, swimming. I mean, those are really good options.
Yeah.
I personally do not like cardio, but however I do it 3 times a week. I do 20 minutes 3 times a week.
So I always start my workouts with cardio. I either do elliptical or treadmill. Now that I'm honestly, I wasn't really elliptical shape before, but now that I am elliptical shape, in shape for using an elliptical, I do prefer that. I feel like I just get more cardio in a shorter amount of time.
Right. I do arc trainer and treadmill.
That thing scares me.
The arc trainer is intense. It's harder than the elliptical. And then
I'm getting there.
I'll do a 15 incline on the treadmill, and that is very hard.
Ooh,
15 is at the top.
Yeah, those inclines. So So yeah, anything to get your cardio going. To get cardio would be something that's a little bit strenuous.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be a little
Keep your heart
strenuous.
going
And
heart rate up.
so what's cardio for me might be different for you.
So the ARC trainer has a heart monitor on it, and I can get my heart rate up to 170.
Ooh.
And for my age, I'll be 59 in November. For my age group, I don't want to go any higher because I'm afraid.
I don't blame you.
It's probably not safe for me to do that. So 170 is my goal, and then I can, bring it back down.
I like to do my cardio between 150 and 160.
Right. And you're younger than me too, so.
Yeah. And I'm also heavier.
Yeah.
So I just, that was what a trainer told me I probably should stick into that. And so I just have. I don't know if I should change at this point or not, but that's where I've just kind of stayed. So let's talk about some other things, like, for example, why am I not sore after a workout? Are you always sore after your workouts?
I'm usually not sore. I've been
either.
doing it for almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
So as your body gets stronger and your muscles adapt to the workout, the movement, you're not going to feel the soreness afterwards. So another thing to keep in mind is if you're building muscle but not losing weight, then your body is undergoing body recomposition.
Okay.
And this is ideal for maintaining fat loss. So strength training can help reduce your body fat while increasing your lean muscle, and that is what I do. I do strength training.
Right.
So it really does work.
It does, and I really should do probably a little more. I do strength training, don't get me wrong, but I probably really should do a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do total body, or I'll do focus areas, upper, lower, middle. I do those kind of things. I should probably do a little more. I should probably push myself a little more, to be honest.
Yeah, you have to push yourself. My trainer pushes me constantly.
So I'll get when I start planning out and I realize that what I'm doing is not really fulfilling,
right,
so to speak, then I'll be like, okay, it's time to change these reps. It's time to up these reps, up this weight, up the weight that I'm repping. And so then I do push a little harder, and then I may be a little sore on days that I intentionally go a little harder. Sometimes if I know I've got something,
starting a new
a new focus area.
Yeah, a new focus area, or say you've increased the weight, or reps. Yeah, you might be sore that first day, but usually
for the first day or two.
Yeah, first day or two, and then you're getting used to it again.
If I have some events coming up in life where I know I'm gonna have to use more of a certain part of my body, so like, I don't know, kayaking requires more upper body strength, right? So then I'll focus more on my upper body than my legs, because let's be honest, my legs carried around a lot of weight for a long time. I don't really struggle in the leg area at all.
Right.
My upper body suffers more. So I might skip leg day and do an extra upper body day because I know that I'm going to be kayaking or swimming or something that's going to require more of that strength. And so I might focus a little extra there. I don't know that a trainer would recommend that, but it's
probably not.
It works for me.
It works for you.
It works for me.
So how to tell if you're gaining muscle?
So if you're gaining weight, first
gaining
of all,
weight, yes,
right?
Yes.
If you're tracking those changes in your body, that's your body weight is one of the easiest ways to tell.
And I used to get very frustrated because my trainer will weigh me every night, and I would like, why am I gaining weight? But I was getting smaller.
So like your clothes are fitting differently.
Yeah, my clothes fit different. I was building strength. My whole body composition had changed. I mean, it was amazing how it all works. But it was very frustrating at first. Like the scale wouldn't move, then it would go up and then down. And it was very frustrating. But my whole body was changing. And so I had to stop focusing on the scale and the whole body.
Yeah. And when you start exercising, it's really, really important to do that. If you're an everyday scale watcher, you have to know the scale will be changing.
Right.
Don't get discouraged. If it's important to you to know that there's progress, then keep track of those weights. I mean, measurements.
Yeah.
Keep track of those measurements. Keep track of your clothes. I mean, think about your favorite pair of jeans. How do they fit right now? Are they getting too big? Are they too little? We can take a second if you want and talk about kind of like what our workout routines look like. What is your routine?
So this is my routine. My trainer has written it all out here.
It is a very nice spreadsheet.
Yes, so
a very nice spreadsheet.
So we do cardio 3 times a week. I work out 4 times a week, so I get 1 night off of cardio. And so upper body is 2 times a week, lower body is 2 times a week. And I also, I do yoga at the YMCA. I take the class there, and that really helps with my flexibility, toning. It's amazing how my body has changed, from all of this. So I had a really long stall, and I decided to start working out at 12 months post-op. And
so you didn't work out at all prior to, you didn't work out before surgery?
No, not really.
Okay.
Pretend.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And so then you didn't work out post-surgery at all until 1 year?
1 year. And I decided to get serious. I had a very long stall. So, I got really serious. And then I lost another 50 pounds.
That's awesome.
And I have gone down to a size 2. And, currently, I'm still maintaining that.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like this is a lifelong thing for me. Strength training, yoga, it's all part of the package.
Well, I think staying fit helps keep us young.
Well, and I'll be 59 this year. So
I would never have known that.
Thank you. My health is my #1 priority. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think staying fit does keep you young. My grandmother lived to be in her 90s, and she was very fit.
Goals.
Yeah. Goals.
Goals.
So my workout, I actually have a sheet similar. It's not as cute or fancy or detailed.
Or colorful.
It's like military detailed.
Right.
It's perfect. But my, it's handwritten, but it's very similar. It has what the weight, what the workout is,
right?
How many reps,
right? That's all. This is what's on
things like that. What the weight should be,
right?
So it's very similar. And I actually, if you do choose Planet Fitness, I'm just gonna plug them in here because I love them. It's people say I can't afford to go to the gym. Planet Fitness is I think you can actually do for like $10 a month, but if you do the Black Card membership, it's like $22.
It's very,
and then
you get reasonable.
Yeah, you get like the hydro bed massage and things like that to go with it. Yeah, tanning if you want to do that. So you get all that too, but you don't have to get all that extra stuff. I believe you can go for like $10 a month, but it also includes the services of a trainer.
And it's really important to have a trainer to show you how to use the equipment properly because you don't want to injure yourself.
You don't want to misuse the equipment.
Right. And you don't want to injure yourself either.
Yeah, and sometimes when I say anything is better than nothing, the only exception to that is if you're doing workouts completely wrong.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
No.
But the trainer at PF is not going to stand beside you every time you're there. But what they will do is sit down with you and go over what your goals are and help you create a workout plan and then show you how to do those. And anytime you have questions after that initial consultation, you can always go back to them and ask more questions and work on changing things. Or if you feel like something's not working right, you can always adjust with them. Okay. So anyway, I did that, which I worked out before surgery, but after surgery, I decided to consult with the PF trainer, and I did that. And so I do, ideally I like to do 5 days a week. When I do 5 days a week, I always start my workouts with cardio.
Me too.
That's how you get your blood flowing, get the heart going.
Some people say cardio for last, but personally,
I
want to get it out of the way.
Yeah, and every trainer I've ever worked with always says start with cardio.
It warms you up too.
Yeah, it does. It loosens you up too.
Stretching is very good before you work out.
Yes.
Make sure you're stretched. So during COVID, a lot of the gyms closed. We had to do things at home.
Yeah.
So there are things you can do at home. Obviously, you can walk. You can
Yeah.
walk your neighborhood, walk around the block, walk to the mailbox. So a lot of the things that I did when I couldn't go to the gym, I did YouTube exercise videos.
Okay.
I did yoga with Adrienne. She's very popular. I just kind of did what I could at home, and I had ordered some exercise equipment, to do. But I mean, there's no excuse not to exercise.
There really isn't. Like I said, if you're capable of getting up to use the restroom, you're capable of even 5 minutes at a time. It's better than nothing.
Right. Yeah. And, when you pair that with the surgery, I mean, you can be very, very successful.
Yes.
In meeting your goals.
It's putting another tool in your box.
It's putting another tool in your box.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, weight loss in your weight loss box. So you got the surgery tool in your weight loss box, and then you add the exercise routine tool to your weight loss box.
And take lots of pictures. Take a lot of side by side so you can really see the physical changes in your body as you go through your exercise journey.
Yeah, so I wish I'd have done this. I know someone who took this in the same spot, same pose, like once a week.
Yes,
for their entire journey, and then they did like a flip reel, and it was just like you just watch them shrink. And so coming from somebody who was very heavy and very, very plus size, pictures were not my friend, and I have maybe 2 full body pictures prior to surgery, and I really wish I'd have taken more, as much as I hated them.
I think that being heavy, we didn't want to be in the picture. We wanted to be taking the picture.
Oh, I took so many.
Yes, I did too. And now I kind of wish that there were more of me, but I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I mean, I only need those 2. Let's be honest.
Right, we don't need lots of pictures floating around.
No, I don't. But it's nice to see. It's really mind blowing to see. I mean, with it for me personally, it's a 209-pound loss, and looking side by side, it just don't even seem real. Really, I don't recognize either person in either picture. I don't recognize the plus size person, but I don't recognize I'm still plus size, but
you're
I don't recognize the smaller person either.
So
so
you're still in your journey.
Yes, definitely take pictures.
Yes,
definitely. And so that concludes our episode on exercise after bariatric surgery. Thanks for watching.
Namaste. Bye-bye. See you next time.
If you have any questions or want to share your bariatric weight loss journey, you can call or text us at 480-999-4826 or send an email to podcast@mexicobariatriccenter.com. You can also follow Mexico Bariatric Center on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Keep in mind, these are the opinions of the host. The views represented do not reflect or define the values of Mexico Bariatric Center. This podcast is sponsored by Emerge Bariatrics and Mexico Bariatric Center. Please visit mexicobariatriccenter.com for more information.